knowing that there are places struggling to achieve peace.
Our pursuit for peace needs a lot of work, and time, and people too.
And they say, peace is elusive, but I say, peace is possible if we work together.
Peace is possible. This is what I've learned from every interfaith activity I attended, because I've seen and experienced the beauty and harmony of the so-called tribe people, or the Muslim, Christians, and indigenous people.
The workshop on peace process has educated me that violence is unresolvable with violence. Violence can only be addressed with non-violence.
Why is there violence?
We do have the same needs. We need shelter, food, clothing, water.
The basic needs a human person would have to live. But then, here comes greed.
It makes us want more. It makes us crave for the things we don't necessarily need, but we are blinded by it. And if our want is not addressed properly, then there comes violence.
The Interfaith Cooperation Forum, or ICF, thematic workshop on peace processes in the Philippines and non-violent communication showed me once again another path in achieving peace, and it's through peaceful dialogue and understanding the story from the ground.
The workshop has taught me with non-violent communication, which must start within myself. We do not have to answer a shout with another shout. Instead, our responses must be guided by wisdom, patience, and calmness. Fire will not be put off with another fire, but with water.
One of the most unforgettable experiences in a 5-day workshop was the visit in Marawi City.
The city remains devastated. That is almost 2 years after the war. No rehabilitation going on, and the residents are still in the temporary shelters.
Watching the ruins of the war as I was filming it brought tears to my eyes. The Marawi siege was hideous. I cannot bear to look at the mess it has left in the place, and I cannot just imagine the trauma on every individual.
Most of them don't have the means to address their daily needs. Some of them don't really have a choice but to go to streets and beg for money.
I felt like my heart was crushed and shattered. I felt so terribly sad, thinking if the people have undergone a psychosocial process or trauma healing.
All the big infrastructure, the houses, the schools were chopped with gunshots. The whole city is still in a horrible condition.
Seeing the place was heartbreaking enough, but knowing that Maranaos don't have the possibility of going back to their ancestral domain was more than heart-rending. But the fighting spirit of the oppressed is very admirable. The resistance to claim their rights and for self-determination inspired me to fight with them and for them.
What is the most devastating truth is that our so-called political leaders are not doing something for the welfare of the victims. Instead, are keeping them out of the city.
Hearing their stories from the news and other sources like social media versus hearing it from the victims and seeing the situation yourself is totally a different story.
The Marawi tragedy is an example of how greed can make a person violent to the extent of killing the whole city.
It angers me how other people, especially those who are supposed to help them, take advantage of the situation, and they're really milking the cow, making the Maranaos suffer. The greedy, money, and power hunger saw that chance.
Another thing that I learned about is that religion causes diversity, but it does not cause division. Lust for power and money do create division and war.
These people are forcing the Maranaos to accept the future that they planned for them by forgetting their past. But one of the survivors said that by forgetting their past, it's also like losing their identity.
People have the right to a safe and dignified return,
said historian Termisi Abdullah. lang.
People who want us divided use our religions because it matters to us. The Try People workshop was an eye-opening experience for a person like me who grew up in the Visayas region where Christians mostly reside. I grew up watching the filtered TV news report and believed that Muslims are violent people. I grew up being oriented that leftists are just rebelling the government because they oppose to what it says. But then I realized that fighting for what is right and fighting for our rights is not rebelling, but justice.
I realized I was like Mallory from the movie Bird Box. I realized I blindfolded myself and was not able to see our grieving fellow. And yes, I'm sorry for taking me so long to see how our fellow suffer.
Peace is possible.
And together,
We build friendship. Together we form a strong bond.
and together, we pursue justice and peace.
When peace finally achieved, I will recognize it.
It wears a happy and contented face.
It sings a joyous song.
When
When peace finally achieved,
I will recognize it.
you are safe. When peace finally achieved, I will recognize it. You would glow.